From the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios high atop 2 Turtle Creek, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. It's your host, Ryan Trimble, here in chilly Dallas with the always holly jolly Sean Williams. Sean, good day, sir.
Good day. I'm holly and jolly. Wanted to show you my socks to show you how jolly I am.
Man, is that some Darth
Wars,
Vader Christmas?
I find your lack of festive spirit disturbing. So I'm ready.
Well, as you advertise, you live in Dallas and you like Star Wars.
And then Carol, who takes care of us at the front desk, basically our office manager and office mom, showed me her socks, and her socks have a lamb and say Feliz Navidad.
I like it.
I knew that you would like that.
I like that.
So it's time, man. It's time to be in the Christmas spirit.
It's time to be in the Christmas spirit. Time to be in the spirit for the most wonderful week of the year, Bowl Week, which is now like a bowl month. But
bowl month. Yeah, it's bowl month. I think there are, I believe, 3 bowl games that are going to be in the Superdome alone. And there may be 2 on one day. This thing continues to expand. There's a bowl at SMU.
There's a bowl at Gerald J. Ford. That's right.
I didn't realize that.
That's
I think
right.
we were
the
both
first responders bowl.
Sitting when we were both trying to figure out who was going where.
Yeah.
We were both like, "Wow, there's a bowl at Ford Stadium."
That's right. That's right.
So where did the ponies end up?
The Mighty Mustangs will be playing the Cheribundi Cherry Tart Boca Raton Bowl against Florida Atlantic University, the Conference USA champions. Sean.
Okay, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, I was really hoping for independence because you could
3-hour
drive, hop on the boat, maybe do a little wagering, so to speak. That's not going to be the case. Thought they might play a Power 5 opponent. That Mustangs ended up 10-2, but I'm really happy that the guys get to go somewhere where there are palm trees.
Yeah, somewhere nice.
Yeah, somewhere nice. Boca, lovely. Maybe some will, pick out a retirement home there. Lots of retirees in Boca. So, I don't know. It's I think it'll be a really tough game, actually. Florida Atlantic's a pretty good squad. They won 10 games as well. So, it's when you're in a fledgling rebel conference like the American Athletic, you gotta fight for every square inch, and so I'm really happy for the guys. Any year you get to go for 11 wins is a pretty good year.
10 wins is a great year, and I think we were all hoping for Cotton Bowl there, but there's nothing to be ashamed of for Coach Dykes and the team. The Aggies are going to be playing in the Texas Bowl in Houston. They're playing Oklahoma State, and I may try to make that. I may try to get on down.
Wasn't one of your New Year's resolution goals was to go to an away game?
To an A&M away game is on my 2019 resolution list, and so I really am excited about the opportunity to check that box.
Yes.
So we'll see.
If my sources are correct, this may be your last opportunity to do that, sir.
We will see. Yes, I think that is good on your part to really recognize that and share that with me. And I heard Coach Gundy.
Yes,
with his mullet, lovely
business
mullet
in the front, party in the back.
Yes, I think he called A&M the best 7-5 team in the history of college football. Which, I mean, a little bit of hyperbole, but when you lose to the number 1, the number 1, the number 1, the number 4, and number 12 team in the same season, and those account for your 5 losses, I mean, Coach Gundy could have a point.
Just go down and beat Coach Gundy.
That'd be great.
Should be
let's do that.
Let's get to 8-5,
and then next year we'll see how it goes.
That's right.
We had a cool event last week for the 3rd year in a row. We worked with Townview School of Business and Microsoft on Townview's gaming night, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is your brainchild, Sean. I remember you came to me with this idea 3 years ago, and I was like, okay, well, let's just see what we can do. And man, it's really turned into a cool event. So thank you for taking the lead on it. It's really fun. We have a great, our great client Microsoft is so gracious. The team from the store, the North Park store, Colby, brings out all these Xboxes. They've got these cool like suitcase. Mm-hmm. They look like industrial strength suitcase that like a bad guy would carry around.
Yeah, and you flip it open, and there you go. There's the whole system.
There's your console right there. So it's really a neat thing. But they had some Nintendo Switches. They had some
PC gaming this time for the first
year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, man, how many kiddos do you think were there?
I would say probably 80 kids.
Yeah. 80 to 90 kids
were there.
Thank you, Ellen Media, for sponsoring the pizza. It's just a really cool night, and I know this is something that you'd envisioned 3 years ago. So to keep this train rolling and to make it an annual event now it's been really fun. And so
and it's been great working with Miss Comfort Ugu, who is the Skills USA sponsor and who also teaches networking. And Isaiah, he's part of the Skills USA leadership team this year, and so they were really excited. A lot of kids. I think we were featured, you and I, on the School of Business and Management. I know we were featured on their Instagram page at least.
Yes, we did get an IG post, so that was fun. I was pretty locked in on Super Smash Brothers.
You were. I thought you were going to get in the tournament. I think you probably had other duties that were calling, but you inched closer. Every time I was trying to talk to you, I looked to the side and you were closer to the screen.
Yes, I was watching a King Koopa battle, Link from Legend of Zelda, and on some crazy starship scene. So
it was funny. One of the kids came up to me because last year I played in the Tekken tournament, and he was like, "Mr. Williams, we're going to run this back," because I beat him last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, I hadn't played since last year, so I don't think it's going to make sense." He's like, "Man, I really wanted to avenge my loss from last year," and I told him,
"You went out on top, one day." Sean.
Yeah, I went out on top. I think I came in third place last year.
Pretty strong.
So I'm just going to leave it at that.
It's pretty strong.
Now, table tennis, by the way, if anybody wants to get in on that, let me know. I'm taking all comers on table tennis, so let me know.
Note to anybody listening, Sean Williams will hustle you out of money on the ping pong table.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know. We can play at 4 Oak Cliff.
Yes, with our friend Taylor. Well, Sean, we've got a really exciting show today. We have Zac Porter from Royal Blue Grocery. They've got several stores here in town, and from their original store down on Congress Avenue, one of my favorite stores, and we'll talk about that today with Zac. But it's an exciting, kind of edgy, fun project they're working on, so excited to jump into this interview.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to Zac. We've been doing some work with Zac and his wife Emily and their partner Cullen, and Zac and Emily live in Dallas, so they're a small business here in Dallas, and they are looking to do an expansion from their 2 stores downtown and their Highland Park Village store and move into Oak Cliff. And so there's been some social media about this store, and so we wanted to give Zac an opportunity to talk more about what's actually going on, and I'm excited to talk with Zac.
Yeah, so let's do just that. Let's take a quick break. We'll come right back. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Sean Williams. Thanks for tuning in.
Looking for great food, great views, and relaxing patio vibes? Look no further than Trinity Groves in Dallas. Trinity Groves has been around for more than 5 years, but the development is still fostering the growth of new businesses and capitalizing on Dallas's culture of innovation. With over a dozen restaurants, art galleries, retail, and event destinations, every visit to Trinity Groves is a unique experience. And next time you're looking to chill on the patio, bring your four-legged friend too, as every patio at Trinity Groves is dog-friendly. Visit trinitygroves.com for more information on the delicious food you'll find during your next visit to Trinity Groves.
Welcome back. This is Deconstructing Dallas. Sean Williams, Ryan Trimble. We are excited to have one of our clients here with us, but someone who's really doing something exciting here in Dallas and looking to bring something exciting to Oak Cliff. We are talking with Zac Porter, the Dallas owner of Royal Blue Grocery. Zac, welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, a lot of us have seen some of your Royal Blue concepts here in Dallas, but I just want to first start out and ask, how did Royal Blue get started? How did Royal Blue come about?
Sure. Well, they were originally opened in 2006 in downtown Austin on 3rd Street, not too far off Congress. And my background's retail real estate. I've worked for years as a broker representing restaurants and retailers or representing landlords that are trying to attract these tenants. And I've always worked on downtown projects, or at least urban projects, even if it's suburban urban. And they were a tenant in one of my landlord's projects down there. I lived in Dallas, but it was fun having an Austin client and an excuse to go down there from time to time. And I just kind of fell in love with the concept. It was their original unit. It had been in place for a few years, I guess since '06. And it was a small urban grocery store, and it was kind of a little bit of a discovery. Every time you go in there, you'd find some cool new product or something that was even mundane that you wouldn't expect them to have, but it was the toothbrush I forgot to pack, or better bottle of wine than was in the mini bar. And I just kind of started to fall in love with having a bodega, something that we don't really have much of in Texas. You see them in New York, but new cities like Dallas don't have them as often. And so I started talking to the founders and realized what it was kind of doing for the neighborhood. It was everybody's little first stop in the morning, come through for lunch, get their groceries in the evening. Tried to get the founders to expand to downtown Dallas. And they were nice guys, but they said, we're just focused on Austin. We've got some more stores to open here before we kind of venture out of the city. And I just stayed in touch with them, really, and finally approached them and said, look, if y'all are going to expand to Dallas, would you consider being a consultant to me? I didn't know anything about operations or about groceries. And so they said, sure, nobody's really asked us that before, so let's give it a shot. And we started working well together, and ultimately, kind of through that process, they said, why don't you just be our expansion partner? You can keep an eye on things in Dallas. No need to, reinvent the brand. Let's just grow it with its kind of Austin base and then see what happens in Dallas. And so that's how it came to be. I started working on it, and was talking to my wife about it, Emily, and she got curious, and I took her down there, and we just kind of shopped it, and she would go through the aisles and be like, oh my gosh, these are the gluten-free bobo bars that I like, and this is, whatever, the paper towels that we need, or I love this wine. And so she got excited about it, and then one of my best friends, Cullen Potts, same thing. We were out driving around, just catching up, and I told him about it, and he wanted to go look, and so that's really how it came to be.
Sean, I remember as a lowly legislative staffer, many days running down Congress Avenue to grab a banana. Definitely brought a toothbrush there before at the Congress Avenue store. So, as a grateful Royal Blue shopper from my past life, I was so glad that y'all are in Dallas now. When did y'all first open in Dallas?
So we opened in Dallas about 4 years ago. That was 2015. And we opened in Highland Park Village. There was a Tom Thumb grocery store there for decades, and they ended up not renewing. And so we saw an opportunity. It's not a central business district like we're used to, but in a way, kind of the dynamics are similar. It was a neighborhood that didn't have a grocery store after Tom Thumb moved out, and really no ability to put one in to the core.